Alright, I'm hitting the live button. It's processing. Alright, it says it is live. I think we should just get into it, right? Oh, you know what I should do, or should have done? Should probably like create a, what do you call it? Like a page that'll just have like all the fucking links to the random shit, you know?
Perhaps.
The
Just throw it
thingies.
in the dock.
Yeah, the docs. Well, there's plural docs because I wanted to have like tiny digestible ones for each subject.
Yeah. What you speak of is the master dock.
The perks doc? Well, I mean all the docs.
Oh, I mean, yeah, make a dock, and the only thing in that dock is links to other docs.
Uh,
Master dock.
that is a good idea. However, I'm just going to have a handouts TND7 channel instead. Because that
I mean, in a way, it's a dock.
yeah,
it's basically the same thing.
it is exactly the same thing. Alright, so the first one that I will show you guys, the most important one maybe, or perhaps the least important one, is the setting document.
Expectations are low and high.
Yeah. No connection. The hell? We can still hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Connection's being a little bit unstable.
That you tenured with Monster Hunter for a long while, right?
Yeah.
Dude, this fucking revival, like, got back into it.
Yeah, I've heard
Awesome.
that people have, which is interesting. I have not yet, though, but maybe one day.
I had, like, my character from 2016 with, like, 60 hours on it, right? And, like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, so I started fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did like all the really late game stuff, but I did beat like all the stuff, story stuff in Iceborne and everything.
Sounds cool. I've linked the setting document. I feel like I should read the like pitch of it, or maybe the whole thing. Not sure. Thoughts, feelings, opinions.
I mean, this is a big thing. I think like a group reading is probably not a bad idea.
Well, it could be both. We can read them all.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll get started. Get started. I'm off to a rollicking start already. So the crown wants you. For decades, the lands to the northeast have been engulfed in demon miasma. It is our queen, Queen Cynthia Frostfall's pleasure to report that the miasma has disappeared. These lands, formerly known as the Badlands and the Demon Lands, present a wealth of opportunity, an opportunity that you can seize for our kingdom. Our queen is looking for capable men and women to become bailiffs who shall rule over and grow colonies on the behest of the crown. In exchange, these bailiffs will be afforded the sole right of taxation for the colony for the first 5 years, as well as looting rights for the ruins that they find. However, the Badlands have historically been a dangerous region, and while the demons cleared out the magical beasts, it is uncertain what remains in the region since the miasma came and went. Thus, the crown is not looking solely for skilled administrators, but also skilled warriors who can combat the dangers of the wilderness. As a bailiff, in addition to all the normal duties tasked with such a position, you will also have the responsibility of scouting out this region and performing special orders for the crown. It may sound like a lot of responsibility. It is. But the crown is confident that there are people in our country capable of rising to the occasion. So yeah, that is the pitch.
Sounds cool.
Probably what your characters would be responding to if you weren't picked by the crown or whatever. the rest of the setting document goes over the like lore of the region. There is a section right under the pitch part which talks about expectations, right? So I think I should read through that one as well before we get started on character creation, if that is okay.
All right.
All
I
right.
was kind of reading the thing and missed what you said, but let's do it.
Okay. I'm reading the next section too. For this campaign, you and the other players are tasked with creating and making profitable a colony in the Badlands. This will involve gold out of pocket from each of you, but taxation. The party is going to start with like a collective gold pool, I'm thinking, to buy like starting equipment and also use for the colony. That is going to represent like your pre-colony wealth, right?
Mm.
So that'll be something to keep in mind. One player is the bailiff, who is responsible for passing judgment on disputes and maintaining law and order. The other players are aides or some other position in town. Making the colony profitable is not the only task. Basically, you're going to be exploring the wilderness of the Badlands and finding stuff and finding the stuff that lives there. So that'll be like probably the gameplay task that you've got to do. As it says in the gameplay section, the colony aspects are not necessarily going to play a huge part, as getting capital and securing resources will involve exploring uncharted wilderness and ancient ruins. So yeah, I'm going to be going for a less lethal campaign, which you can see in the lethality level. And I'm going for a lighthearted tone, or a more lighthearted tone, I should say. Not like the ultra grim darkness of the previous campaigns. So, do you guys have like any like basic concepts for your characters percolating through your brain?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I basically have the whole thing.
Yeah.
Out. Yeah.
What about you, Nair?
Was this the part where I explain it, or?
Nothing too in depth that I've thought of just yet. I mean, I plan on playing a wizard, and a lot of the characters spoken for.
Okay. So, I feel like for
Are
session
you fine
0,
with being the bailiff?
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say there's gonna be like putting the character out and then negotiation or whatever as we're trying to like work out the basic backstory of the character, what organizations, ties, etc., like the full character creation process. So I feel like that would be cool.
Yeah.
So, so what were you saying, Nair, before I interrupted you?
I suppose it can wait until we've further developed our characters here. I was just going to suggest that Veth be the bailiff.
I think that could work with the character that I have. I don't think it would be the end of the world. I feel like it could be like a reluctant thing for him, but
I feel like I would just nestle into the court wizard position.
Does make sense to have a wizard be the court mage.
Yeah. And my guy will have I'm playing like a paladin, but the thing is that he was an oathbreaker, and it wasn't like he was doing it like because of power and stuff like that, but he still broke his oath and he was cursed for it. So basically he's getting shuffled off to these colonies as like Jon Snow getting sent to the wall.
Yeah.
If you want to like a Game of Thrones ass example.
Makes sense to me.
Yep. So I think that it could kind of make sense for him to be a bailiff, considering that, paladins do deal in all that kind of stuff, all that justice and judgment type deal.
Yeah, I suppose I should like put a map up onto the screen. I don't know if I have it saved.
Too. Also, I wanted to bridge this. Should our characters, this is an open question to Torb or Nair, should our characters know each other beforehand, the starting thing, or is it going to be like tavern start where we've never heard of each other?
I think either way is acceptable. I don't really have a preference. I
How
suppose
long is like the trip to get here from like civilization? Because that could be a middle ground where it's like if the trip takes like 3 weeks or something, then there could be some amount of like it's not perfect strangers.
I don't have a guide on the big map. There is an answer because I do have a size of the Badlands, and the Badlands are on the big map. I don't think it's necessarily 3 weeks unless you're in the south. I'm uploading the map file, so I'll be even laggier. 1 sec. To a Roll20, that is, so I can just bring it up on screen. I mean, either way makes sense to me as well. Like, here's like 2 possibilities that immediately spring to my mind, right? Either a person is assigned to this area, right? Or alternatively, like maybe, you both volunteer and don't know each other, right? Like Naira's character could have volunteered to be a court mage in the colonies, for example, and just been assigned. I was thinking like another possibility, which is like just as likely or whatever, maybe even more likely, is just the, what's the word? The bailiff has the responsibility of picking their duders,
Mm-hmm.
So it really depends on which.
Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of leave the ball in Nair's court, especially since my character is supposed to be like the bailiff of it. Is that he could be getting stuck with a random guy, or that there could have been something where your character wanted to get out there, and then my guy was like, "Hey, well, yeah, I have to go do this thing now. I'm honor bound."
I'm gonna go for a very classical wizard, a knowledge seeker, so
Yeah.
it's got a good reason for getting out there.
Yep. Yeah. If you did want to like have met during the thing, or as a result of the stuff, the start is going to be in Fort Huntsman, which is B on this map up here, where you're basically waiting for the envoy of the crown to like confirm you and give you your first orders, right?
Yeah.
1 segundo.
The woad.
The woad.
Yeah, if you'd like, I could explain.
I'm taking over the whole world.
I could explain the regions, what's on the map, because each one has a section in the setting doc. So the woad is basically just where the like wood elves are. And they're the classic isolationist, xenophobic, like shithead wood elves, basically.
Classic.
Except I'm having all the like races live a little bit shorter because I think that makes more sense from an economy point of view. So there's probably like true ancient elves somewhere. These are the descendants of them.
Gotcha.
They're still
elf blood gets diluted.
Yeah, they're still long-lived relative to humans, though. Because of course, right? So the little place called Vale is like this jointly owned territory between the human country Beacon and the elves. And that's like a part of a past like treaty, basically.
Gotcha.
Oh my goodness, there's a wizard kingdom in the Badlands region.
There was a
Well, it
wizard
was.
kingdom,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there. That's
Zaltoton.
that is great. That is great fuel for the fire.
Yep. Ruled by the Six Eternals. It's a land of great magic and power. So there's basically like 6 mega dungeons or whatever that will be in there. Haven't like mapped them out yet, but each belong to like one wizard. Of course, they were sealed off because bad shit happened. And 99% or more of the wizards fucking perished because of this like calamity eons ago or whatever.
Shall
All
we
right.
begin? Should I be making my character?
Yeah, you can just create your own characters now in the thingy.
The sheet. What's
Yeah.
the stat distribution thing we're using?
Point by?
Okay. I didn't know if it was that or if it was the card thing.
I don't want to find the card thing. That sounds like a pain in the ass. I mean, I could, but it would take time. You know what I mean? I was kind of focusing on other stuff.
All right. Well, I will do that. Playable races.
So I don't know. What's your guys' preference? How do your characters know each other?
I mean, honestly, I think that a lot of them work. I think it's more so. I think I have a pretty solid idea for my character, so I am gonna leave it up to Nair if he wants to
Do you
fit my
see?
character in.
Yeah. Do you see room in your character?
Yeah, I mean,
path?
he like definitely had like connections and stuff because I was thinking that he was probably. Uh, I was thinking about having him be from Port Silver or Crownhold,
Yeah.
so somewhere in that region.
And what was
Just because
he?
that's where like there's a lot more people.
Yeah. What exactly were you like picturing for the character to be doing? Like, let's get it all ironed out.
Like before he got sent up here? Or?
Yeah, before he got sent up here. What, like, order?
Well, so I was imagining, there's just like a paladin order that's very like standard paladins. I don't have a specific oath in mind, but very like, oh, we have to, due process the crown, Actually, there is the oath of the crown. Well, it's their tenants. I forgot exactly what it is, but it's like order and all stuff with that.
Okay, so you're talking about like
so I
some
that he was
like subsidiary
under the queen some way.
Yeah. Okay.
And his great sin was that basically that there was like a noble somewhere in Crownhold or Port Silver that like don't have a specific thing, but basically he got caught, being like corrupt and doing something that was getting a bunch of people hurt, and my guy was like charged with him to like take him somewhere for due process, but then during that time the guy kept on like goading and like saying that like, oh, I'm just going to get out of it because I have these connections, and you know what, I'm going to do it again when I get out. And then my character decided that it would be better to just kill him.
Yeah.
Taking justice into your own hands.
Yes, because everything he said like made sense, and he knew what would happen. So yeah.
Gave in wrath, killed him.
Yep.
Okay. Then it was like
he was cursed because he broke his oath.
Yeah, and maybe like double cursed because the order is like embarrassed. Wanted to send him off, basically.
That's part of the reason, why he's getting shipped up here.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
Because there's a law tenet specifically of the Oath of the Crown that he would have been in direct violation of.
All right. Well, is he gonna be like human or Esterman? I guess would be the question.
Um,
Is
I'm
Esterman
kind
are
of
just like
thinking,
the Viking guys, right?
yeah,
They're just humans but taller.
yeah.
So,
I
so
haven't
like
decided
people
yet. I
from
think
there.
it could definitely go either way. Where is Esther?
It's
In the
like across
continent.
the
Oh,
sea
Portsmouth.
somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean that would make sense. I haven't really decided yet. Let me fuck with my stats and see if the +2 strength is tempting enough to
Yeah.
persuade me over.
What about you, Nair? What so far? Do you have any? Like you're a wizard, but do you have any like more concept flowing in your brain right now?
Just simple things. I mean, obviously, I think I found a place to call home. Uh, I'll
Yeah.
be hailing from fucking Mage Crest, it looks like.
Yeah.
So we can set up
Well, I mean, you could have been like, let's say you were born in Reach or whatever, and then your parents like shipped you off to wizard school. You would have been in your like teens and like adolescence and Mage's Rest. So that's like a possibility too, depending
yeah.
on your like
Well, shit.
background, stuff like that. Or if you wanted to be really zany, could be like your family was in one of the more like enclavey places for whatever reason. Right, that's another possibility. World's your oyster. I wouldn't feel like super shoehorned to a specific.
But no shoehorning. I want to go with Mage Crest. It
Yeah,
has an interesting history. It has a large population of mundane peoples.
yeah,
Could have just been like, born poor, but like worked and studied and fucking eventually it was made an apprentice and yada yada.
okay. Do you have any like specific leanings in mind?
Leanings.
Yeah. Do you want your character to be poor? Do you want your character to just be like, my father was a wizard, and so I am a wizard? Right.
I'm quite fine with that.
The wizarding bloodline.
Yeah, Mage Crest is home to many a wizarding bloodline, it seems.
Yeah. Well, let's
And
get into it.
you know what?
Yeah.
Even the Esther stuff is cool and all, but I don't know if it can ever hold a candle to Variant Human.
True. I mean, Variant Human is just super good.
Yeah.
I mean, I basically set them up to be like melee fighting good. It's also good.
It's Variant.
Okay, so let's get into it. Nair. I don't know. Well, I usually like to think of like what's the character's personality. That usually like ties into the background, right? So like if your
Yeah,
character is
so okay.
snooty, they're probably rich. If they're like hillbilly talk, they're probably poor. Or, that's just two examples.
Yeah, I'm developing as I go. We're going to be a halfling. Uncommon in the town of Mage Crest to see a family of
I don't have
halfling wizards.
halflings. There's only 6 races
You son of
available.
a bitch.
There's human, dwarf, woadkin, halfkin, caprini, esterman. The caprini are
We're gonna be a very
the
short human.
okay
Sure, human.
short human. The caprini are basically the halflings, but they're like sheep people instead.
Oh, they're sheep people. Ooh,
Yep, sheeple.
Even.
literally sheeple.
Literally sheeple. Yeah.
I wanted the fucking dex because I know being a wizard with a bow is going to be important.
Yeah. Well, it could be a human, it could be a woadkin. You could get the dex that way.
Estermen get proficiency with short and long bows.
True.
You will not be short though.
Be a Giga Chad tall person if you're Esterman.
Yeah. You get +2 strength and +1 int.
Probably be throwing javelins. Actually, you wouldn't get javelin proficiency. You'd just be like bad at shooting bows. Oh man, the connection is so terrible. It's so cursed. Okay, well, Veth, trying to think if there's any more like questions I need. Like the Paladin Order, it sounds like what they would do is they would just go to places to be like the cops, basically. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like they're oath bound if someone has done wrong. Is your character like noble born at all?
I don't think so.
Cool.
I think that he would just be a guy who joined their order.
Yeah, like passed all the tests or whatever.
Yep.
Had the right.
Maybe he could be like really low-born noble, but like I feel like I did that like last campaign, so I kind of want to do not noble this time.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Cantrips aren't a thing, right?
Correct. They're not a thing. There is the balance patch with a, which I should probably link to.
Yeah, do you have the
Thinking 16 dex is probably way more important than 16 intelligence for a wizard.
Well,
yeah, probably.
I don't know about that one, but
You sure about it? I mean,
Look,
look, level
Wizard's
early
main job is
levels.
to not die.
Yeah, early levels, you're probably right. Later levels, I don't know if that would be accurate. Right.
all right.
Because, like, let's say you hit level 5, you probably have all the spell slots you're ever going to want for that day, right? Unless it's like a dungeon. Okay. I need to move.
Where's the new perk document? That will
we-
be the thing that lets me decide between Esterman, regular human, or varied human.
Yeah. I'm
level 1.
I think we're gonna be level 2 or 3. I'm just
I mean, I like 3 because it gives me the subclass thing that really ties my whole fucking character together. But either way,
I mean 3 is fine. All right. Boom. I've got the balance patch. I haven't worked through all the spells yet because I was recording stuff and doing other things. But I feel like the trend should be like obvious, right? Here we go. Here is the balance patch, and then here there's one other doc I needed. Beth, you mentioned it. Oh, Perks Mark 3, yeah.
yeah. Because I think I have it somewhere, but you know.
Yeah, I'll just get the link again because it is important. Copy link, boom, and then boom. So the Perks Mark 3. I guess for any like first time viewers, I should explain. I have like this homebrew system called the perk system, which is just feats, but half, like half feats, right? They have the power of half feats, and you get them twice as often as feats. That is the main difference. So it's more granular. But I also,
with a reach weapon.
yeah.
I don't know. It's only against any number of creatures within 5 feet of you, so it doesn't work.
So the reach stuff, I basically in the perk stock, it's like thing is reaction attacks. So if you look at the defender perk, you can attack creature who moves into reach, right?
Yeah. I feel like brace is just better. I think I'd probably take that.
And then when you get up to level 6, you could take the combat reflexes, and then you basically have 3 reaction attacks. And that's like the idea. So if you have like close range stuff, it's bonus action attacks, right?
Yeah.
That was basically the thing I was going for with it. So I wanted to like carve out 2 niches.
Sort of min-maxed my stats, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's just what happens with.
What are the stats? Let me look. I'm taking a peeky peek. You haven't looked at your sheet
I'll
yet?
put them in my sheet now. I've looked in my sheet. I haven't put them on my sheet yet.
Where'd you put them?
I have like a calculator for it in a different tab.
Okay. I just use mental math every time.
Yeah, well, I don't feel like doing that. I love not thinking.
True. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely annoying to do the mental math. Here's the thing. I made so many fucking NPCs that...
Well, it's just like, I don't want to make a fucking mistake. That's the big thing. It's just like, I don't want to have like... I don't want to fuck it up somehow.
True. It matters a lot
There
less
are my min-maxed stats.
if an NPC has slightly fucked up stats. Cool. That is definitely...
He's not very wise because he killed a guy.
True. It's not a wise decision usually.
Yeah.
Then the dex could maybe be explained by the curse or whatever too.
Yeah, possibly.
Or he's just naturally clumsy.
Could be.
Either or.
Yeah. I think I might switch it up a little bit and not min-max as much.
Possibly.
16 con is juicy though.
I am definitely going for a easier campaign, so the min-maxing shouldn't matter as much, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll shuffle a little bit. I don't like having 2 negative stats anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you've got your first 6 spells.
Me? No.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So have you thought
So we are
about
level 3?
Sure. I think level 3 sounds perfectly fine. Avoids the oh, you got crit once and randomly die thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like just because of subclasses, it lets you feel like your character is more like into their own, like they are what they are already, instead of being like you're in the wizard training.
Yeah.
Now, or
it makes sense that you get picked over other bailiffs as well.
Yeah. Higher charisma or con better here?
It depends on whether or not you plan on using spells as the paladin.
Well, I mean, I probably will. But also, I think that the subclass that I use like forces saving throws and stuff, so it'd probably be a bit better to have higher charisma.
Yeah. By the way, you are using PHP, right? For the subclass.
I mean, it was Oath of Conquest, but you said that was okay earlier.
Okay. If I said it was okay.
I mean, we can
good.
change that
No, if I said it was okay, then it's okay. Just wanted to double check.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm not going off to be like oaths of moving water or whatever the fuck. Or was
Oath.
there a really OP paladin subclass? I feel like the most OP paladin subclasses are the ones from the PHP.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, Paladin itself has the good framework, so
That's true.
is just what it is.
What have you done to web?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a nice
Agathes.
Agathis.
Agathis? I don't know. I call it Agathes. There's a Y in there. Sounds more fantasy.
Could be.
If it
I don't
was
know what the
Agathis,
official-
it'd be a U, right? I don't know. Do they ever pronounce it in like Baldur's Gate? Because then that's law. But
I've never played.
You didn't put in anything regarding web. What do you want to change about web?
Wait, do I have web in the spell changes?
Yeah, it says minor rework, but it's not been changed.
You know what? I don't care about web. It can be normal web. If I didn't rework it, I didn't rework it. I know what the detect thoughts minor rework is. That's already been written down. So there's other. I was busy being on the grind, In session 1, I will probably take a day to go through every spell in the book and then do all the reworks. But if I do end up touching a spell you have, then you can just like change the spell. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lock someone into a spell that they didn't like sign up for.
So with divine casting and Vancian casting, it's just like I can pick anything from that list every day, but just prep however my maximum amount of spells is.
Yeah, basically. So as a level 3 paladin, how many first level spell slots do you have?
That's a good question. Let me go pull that up.
Pretty sure it's 3. Could be
Sounds
wrong.
about right. God damn it, it doesn't fucking show me it on here. Oh wait, no, it does. Okay. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, so it's Vancian casting. Basically, at the start of the day, you would prepare up to 3 castings of any spell that is first level in those first level slots. So it could be 3 uses of Cure Wounds. It could be 3, like 1 use of 3 different spells. I suppose I should just read through the Vancian casting thing because it's like 4 paragraphs of rules. If that is okay. So,
Yeah, 1 second.
the most important change... Huh?
You're good.
Okay, the most important change that will drastically affect your character, if you are a caster, the system does away with prepared spells as it functionally replaces it. How does it work? You can memorize a number of spells equal to your spell slots. For example, if you have 3 first level spell slots, you can memorize 3 first level spells if you have access to those spells. Your access to a spell is determined by your class. If it has a spells known tab, for example, you have access to your known spells. A wizard has access to spells they've learned that's in their spellbook. Think of memorizing spells like prepared spells in this way. The spell stays memorized until you cast it, after which it becomes forgotten. Since the power of the spell was stored in your mind, you haven't forgotten it from your spells known or your spellbook, it is just no longer memorized. You can memorize castings, multiple castings of the same spell, but each one takes its own slot. You can choose to expel the energy of a spell as an action to unmemorize it. This lets you remove a spell without wasting material components and also free up space. However, you do not get the slot back until you finish rest as per your class description. Additionally, you don't gain extra slots back during a rest if you have them memorized, so if you have 3 first level spell slots, that's how many first level spells you have, even if a day passes. Memorizing spells takes 10 minutes per spell level of the spell and has to be done immediately after a rest that would recover spell slots. For example, wizards gain their spell slots back on a long rest, so they regain their spells after the long rest. There are certain features certain classes have that allow them to regain spell slots outside of the normal circumstances. In this case, they can either regain a spell they expended that day without taking additional time, or spend 10 minutes immediately after using the feature regaining the slot to memorize something else. So if you have that wizard feature where you regain half your level in spell slots, you can choose to get your old spell slot, like spells, memorized immediately, or you can take time to memorize different ones. Would be the example there.
And if you said this and my brain fucking didn't process it, sorry. But how does it work with like some subclasses you get spells that are like always prepared?
That would be spells known for you. Like you'd have access to those. So a cleric could just pick and choose.
But I just do get extra spell. But I do have an expanded spell list, but I don't have. I would still have to prepare an Armor of Agathi's cast.
Yeah, exactly.
And that would cast as one of my 3.
True. That is correct.
I mean, Armor of Agathi's is pretty good though, so.
And when you smite, you probably should declare which spell slot you would be eating. As well.
That's true.
So I can prepare 6 spells as a level 3 wizard?
No. You can... Wait, maybe? Yes. 4 first level spells, 2 second level.
To your spell slots?
Yeah. It's the same as the spell slots. So 4 first level, 2 second level. Or a level slot, and that'd be a second level spell. You dig?
I dig.
So you can't have like 6 second level spells.
Yeah, no, you have to... Yeah, I get it. It's a little silly.
So it's definitely much like clunkier, but you know. I think it's a cool system. I like Vancian casting, so I want to experiment with it.
But so, man, memorizing spells takes 10 minutes per spell level of the spell,
yep.
Right? So wizards end up spending a shit ton of time just fucking...
True.
It's like 20 minutes. It's 40 minutes for my level 2 spell slots. 40 minutes of my day.
Yeah, if you expend your spells.
Gotta get up early, dude.
Here's the thing. If you don't spend your spells, you don't have to take that time. So you only get really fucked time-wise if you go like supernova. But it is a lot of time, yeah.
A lot of resources, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've picked my spells.
Alright. You can get back to the juicy stuff, the backstory stuff. So...
Yeah. It's not gonna be nothing too crazy this time around.
Yeah.
We'll be simply like, you know, we're born in Magecrest to a wizarding line. We take great fascination in wizarding stories and these wizards of old and the history of Magecrest and what the fuck was it called? X, it started with an X, didn't it?
Zaltaton?
It's like, yeah.
Zaltaton.
It's very Mayan or Aztec sounding.
Yeah, the ancient wizards of godlike power who destroyed themselves thousands of years ago. Or at least 1,000.
Cases.
True. And in their wake, an entire region was fucking booty-atized with monsters. But also pretty much every like actual cool magic item of arcane origin came from them.
Divine Sense is so bad.
It is very bad.
It's really funny.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like it is maybe OP in the one razor specific scenario, but then is completely worthless in the scenario people would want to use it in.
Basically.
Which I always thought was weird. I feel like it should be like you sense the general direction of such beings through walls and stuff, but can't pinpoint it. I feel like that would make more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it should just be like you fucking go in somewhere, you use it, and then you're like within like 60 feet, you're like, there's fuckery afoot.
Yeah.
It's so much cooler, but it's so stupid that they had to be like, you know the exact location. It's just like, no.
But
Just make
only
it like,
if they
there any
aren't in
undead
cover.
within 60 feet. Yeah, it's so dumb. Whatever. Paladin's already a good class, so whatever.
True. Having an extra feature that's bad does not do damage to the class, unless it is monk.
True. Oh man, now what fucking fighting style do I take?
It's gotta be PHP fighting style, for the record.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always heavy weapon.
True.
Heavy weapon or defense.
Those are the options usually. I think for paladins, they get like protection or whatever too, as like a possible one. That's okay-ish, kind of.
If I've said I kind of want to use a halberd.
Yeah.
So I think I'll probably. I don't know. He seems much more like the Wrath kind of guy, so we're gonna run with that. I'm thinking great weapon fighting.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Well, I think we could machine something out. Like would it I guess the first question would be, should your characters meet before or after Vet's character gets like fucked? Right. Then the second question is, do they meet before or after they're assigned bailiff and court mage?
It could have been that they were like kind of like just acquaintances, and then it's like Knives' character could talk to, oh man, I'd love to do all this stuff, like all these mages over here were so cool, and then my guy basically hears that he's gonna get shipped off to this place and is like, well, this one guy I know seems like he would have been into it.
Did you hear about the Queen's notice? God, I'd wish to be out there. Can you imagine?
Yeah, well, I didn't have to hear about the notice, and we're going anyway. Just say I don't much have a choice.
Or maybe
Cool.
like I already know that you're heading out there, and I'm just like, take me with you.
Yeah,
Please,
yeah.
you must.
You roll up. Yeah, I think it could work. That it's like we kind of know each other, but it's not like a super deep thing. It's just kind of like.
Okay.
We
Then
worked
how
together,
would
like,
your
once or twice.
how'd your
Spent,
characters
like, a
meet?
day in like a tavern after. It could have been like work. There was somebody doing something, and we had to like go talk to like whatever. He was either like a witness, or we needed some type of like magical.
We need
divination
you
or something that like.
to cast detect magic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure paladins can cast detect magic, but
We need you to identify this.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think paladins know identify.
Yep. Classic court magery.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We rolling for HP?
For level 1, you get the max automatically.
Max, but yeah, after that.
Here's the thing. I feel like rolling HP is like half the reason Pink left. So I'm very
Yeah, well,
jaded.
Look, here's the thing, right? Is that it's like gambling. You just gotta win.
Yeah. I know, I'll leave it to a vote.
What sort of job?
But
What
there's
sort
no
of
mixing
job?
and matching. I can't take the.
Yeah, it's either all or nothing.
Mhm.
What sort of jobs might have been available to a young adult in Magecrest? Can I call myself the like apprentice to the court mage? Can I?
Yeah, so
Can I just
here
fucking simple
here's
librarian?
the employment that you could have as a wizard, young adult, right? Because there's probably many normal jobs like janitor, for example, but in scope of wizard, uh, obviously like being an apprentice is something that people would do, right? Like your apprentice of Jimmy, the fucking 8th level wizard. You know, he needs someone to mix his potions or whatever for him. So you get room and board and the opportunity to learn and maybe a little bit of money. One thing I was going to implement for this campaign is lower level crafting for consumables specifically. So, like minor magical items and shit like that, like scrolls and potions, that would be the domain of head mages like yourself as well.
I think it would just fit nicely if I already apprenticed under the fucking head mage and they were just like, "Oh, hey, you're ready, dude. Get out there."
Get fucking out there.
Yeah. Oh, like your apprenticeship just basically ended since you hit level 3. It's like taught all that. I've taught you all that you can learn for right now. You need experience. Or are you talking like going on behalf of your mage to like see what's up?
No, not going on behalf of my mage. Just fucking the reason why I'd be qualified to court mage in the first place.
Oh,
Like it
like
would make
you're
sense if I was
freshly
already
out of
apprenticed
college.
to a court mage. You know?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Freshly out of college, done like an internship. Now it's like job time.
Precisely.
Okay. Makes sense for me. To me.
We're bitching out this campaign. We're just taking the average.
Alright, what about you, Nair? Are you gonna risk rolling the 1 on the 1d6? Or are we doing all
God,
averages?
fucking no! I already did mine. I have 20 HP.
Awesome.
See, I only have 28. Come on.
It's true, but you could
Got
also have
14
20,
con.
theoretically.
It's true. Or I could have less than 20.
Yeah, you could have the pink
That was
special where you roll
15,
ones over and over.
Yeah. Hey, look, that's just what you gotta lead
It
into.
seemed too easy. I was thinking in my mind, like, I could just throw a 2d6 out there and see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. But then you're
Yeah.
fucked. You could be fucked.
Yeah. Let's see.
4 seems a lot better than possible 1, you know?
True, I would have gotten 1 more point of HP.
Yeah, here, this is my health is already decided, but here.
Yeah, this is what you would have rolled.
That fucking sucks.
Fucking, it does suck, yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. You would have had like 15 HP, maybe.
No.
I think it's funny that we rolled for HP in the hard campaign, and then the less hard one, we're like, fuck no.
I would have had 16, actually. That wouldn't have been that bad.
Oh, wow, that's pretty close. Alright, Veth, what would you have rolled? Roll your like 2d10. Your hypothetical.
Well, I've got a physical D10 out, so we're gonna do it that way.
Okay. Is it the
two
one with the
roll you.
eyeball in it?
It's not fair. Those
That's
dice know
not-
you.
It is a 10 and a 4. So
Wow. Yeah, you would have been good.
that would have been 12, 24 plus 6. I would have more HP. I would have 30.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get 6 by default, so you're like 2 points above where you would be, right?
Yes, yeah, I would have had 30, and then I have 28 right now.
Dude, my work did like a Secret Santa, right? And I wrote on the thing that my hobby was D&D,
Yeah.
and I got somebody gave me dice.
Oh,
Used dice.
that's
So I
cool as
just don't
fuck.
use dice.
I have Sony dice. I got 2 sets of dice for Christmas.
Yeah, I have
I
a shit
gotta-
ton of dice too. But I never use it for
See,
anything.
that's the thing. I always want to use them for like stuff. So
Hmm.
I keep dice here with me on my desk. It's just Only for the important roles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a... Okay, so if it wouldn't take you out of it, did you guys come up with 2 names for cooler older dudes? So I have a couple NPCs that need naming right now.
Finrick.
Alright. That's a good one. Alright, Veth.
And Astion.
Okay.
What?
You could abnegate it to Castion. But cool old man name.
Old man. How old?
50s.
Oh. Is he like a badass? Like, is he
Yeah.
people with a sword, or is he like...
Yes, he's a sword wielding, probably badass.
So he said Fenric?
Finrick.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Sorry, I'm filling out my fucking sheet. Remfrey? I don't know.
Alright, name for shithead, Niner. Male. Shithead male. Fighter.
Shithead.
Yeah, loser. Name of loser.
Leon! I'm not gonna take it from him, but...
Call him Trayton.
Okay. Pretty good name.
Dudes named Trey are always assholes.
True.
True. Did you come up with the name, Veth?
For the shithead?
No, for the cool dude.
Oh, I already said it. It was like Remfrey.
Remfree. Alright. Remfree.
I can do something else, but...
No, I'm just saying it again because I'm typing it.
Sure.
I was trying to figure out the spelling. Alright, sweet. Is there anything else that is needed for the characters? Also, have you written down the backstory stuff into your sheets?
I have not.
It would be nice if you did.
I will. I am writing one. It will be more fleshed out.
Yep. Should we seed in other NPCs from your backgrounds? I feel like that would be a session.
Just the court mage of Magecrest.
Well, you're gonna have to be more specific than the court mage, right? Unless you're talking about like, are you talking about the court mage to the count or the countess?
It doesn't have to be that high up. It can be. I don't know. What is viable? You know.
So when I hear the phrase court mage, I'm thinking the court mage. So it would be some noble's mage, right? So it could be like a baron who owns like a territory, like a number of villages nearby, right? Something like that. If you're talking about like the apprentice of a mage, then there's probably like a number of freelance mages in Mage's Rest, who basically are just like freelance dudes making items, mostly potions and scrolls, casting spells for people, right? Maybe part of their
what
money
are some
is like
fancy words for like prostitutes?
fancy words for prostitutes. Escort.
Yeah.
Belusi. Fucking wench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm changing what I think too. But yeah.
What thing?
The backstory is that there was the noble who he arrested was a guy who was a noble who had like brutalized and like led to the death of like a couple escorts.
Okay.
And that once he was arrested and he was like taking him, he was like talking about how he was going to do it again and that the charges weren't going to stick and stuff like that. And that when he got out, that's like the first place he'd be back to doing it. First thing he'd do again.
Giga-based.
Was there an Aldrich in the last campaign?
There was
Aldrich?
an outbreak or something.
Aldrich, like in the fucking like Dark Souls.
Well, I mean, if we don't remember, then why not have one in
I'm
this one
pretty
as
sure
well?
there was,
Alright.
but it's fine.
Oh, that's
It's
my
it's a
character's name.
fantasy name. I'm Hadrian.
It's like Adrian, but with an extra bit of spice.
Well, it's a Roman emperor, but yeah, that too.
Hadrian. So, yeah, let me just get a notepad thing for NPCs from character backgrounds. PC.
I think that there should. I mean, I'll have to come up with some stuff for it, but I think that there's like the head guy of the, or maybe not like the fucking Oath of the Crown guy, but somebody who was higher up, who he was under,
Yeah.
and then like maybe one other person who's still in the order who was a good friend of his, and then I don't know. Other people don't matter as much. I can come up with them.
Okay. So you're,
And then obviously the family of the nobility guild.
yeah. Family of noble killed. And then Aldrich, we have old master mage. You said no, you said you're from like a family of mages. Is that correct?
Yeah, it'll be a wizarding line in Mage Crest, yes. Unlike all those mudbloods.
Yeah. How come? So is this person the mage master who you apprentice under? Are they like a family relative or family friend or?
They can be anything.
Well, why train with them and not like your papa? That's what I'm asking.
Papa's too busy. You know, he doesn't make time for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll just be family friend.
Okay. I'll write that
Perhaps
down.
an uncle.
No, Torb, I have a bit of a deep lore thing that I don't. I think that there's room to fit it in, but I don't know if you've done in like the pantheon of this place, or if it's like super different than normal Forgotten Realms stuff.
Sure, hit me with it.
D&D stuff. So that like the curse that he got was specifically from like one of the patron gods of this oath of like lawfulness.
Okay.
That was cursing him to make him look like a god of chaos, which is where the raven hand and like spooky bird stuff comes from.
Yeah. Okay. So, God of Law cursed Adrian to look like God of Chaos. Parentheses a God of Chaos? Question mark.
Not the god of chaos. That's probably big, but just I'm thinking some biblical shit.
Yeah. I'm just typing it out. Hence, Raven look. Boom. I've written it down.
Most excellent.
You've hit the button again.
Yeah, it's because I'm making a spell.
Yep. Awesome. I'm gonna get up for a moment because someone is yelling. I'll be back in probably a minute or less. BRB.
What's the place called? Port Silver. I think I'm gonna say my guy was born in Port Silver.
Hey, that'll do. Good a place as any.
Save changes. Oh, yeah, I've also already drawn my character, so put that somewhere. I forget. It does some weird shit though. Like
I'm back.
the token is different than the thing.
Let's flesh out the mage, Nair. Mage you trained under. You tell me more about this person, and also what their name is.
Well, let's see. It can simply be a working wizard who taught me how to make scrolls and potions, and perhaps not quite completely taught, but rather helped in doing so.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your relationship with them? Is it just purely formal? Because I think you'd be... It's possible that you'd be living with this person. I mean, you live in the same town, so you could just commute over,
Yeah.
but...
I don't think it would be a formal relationship. I think it would be... I mean, there has to be some form of bond there. You're
Yeah.
living, training with this person all the time. They will definitely be a sort of a figure my character looks up to.
Okay. Is he like a stern figure, or like a cool uncle type figure?
Yeah, let's make him cool.
Oh, yeah, I also wanted to add that the mentor guy in the crown has a very complicated relationship with him now.
Yeah.
Because it's like he still kind of cares about him, but it's like he's an oathbreaker. He's broken. He's did horrible stuff. Blah blah blah.
Let's say my mentor had he shared in an unhealthy obsession with magical relics of fucking, what is it?
Zaltoton.
Zaltaton, yes.
Shares interest
From the
in...
great wizards of old.
Makes sense. How come he isn't the one going out? It's his
Too
bad
old.
ones.
Yeah.
At this time, he's old and rickety, and he's passing his knowledge on to me.
Yep. Okay.
Are there any really super based fucking feats for me to take? Or feats, perks. But I don't know. Because Brace is cool. But there's not like a polearm master in here, is there? I don't think there is.
There's Defender. That is like the pull-arm one.
Is it? Well, I was looking for the one that lets you like make the extra attack that's like a D4 damage or whatever.
I don't know. I was having the bonus action attacks be a non-polearm, and then polearm was the reactions.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Braces probably. I wish I could use the heavy weapon stuff with it.
We could maybe make like a...
If I promise to never take any of the stuff that stops people's movement and shit with it.
I mean, we could, here's what we could do. We could say that you could use the heavy weapon stuff so long as you're within 5 feet.
Okay.
I think that should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
And,
I mean... It almost defeats the purpose, but yeah.
Okay, we could do it slightly different then. We could say Defender is locked off and the other polearm thing's locked off. But in exchange, you get the bonus action, heavy weapon stuff.
I think that'd be fun. Let me go read them down, make sure that I want it. But heavy weapon master, blah blah blah. Heavy two-handed weapon. Yeah, I do like that. Just doing mondo damage. Ouch. Priest is good too, though. I don't know. I like Heavy Weapon Master, though. Doing damage, good.
The master stuff does come at level 6, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Does it?
So that is something to keep in mind as well. Yeah, because in 2nd edition, you get access to Weapon Master at level 6. So that's what I was basing it off of.
Gorcha. Okay, so that might be a thing. So what's the other heavy weapon stuff then? Like Cleave?
One thing you could look into, I reworked the Doctor perk a little bit.
Okay. Where's that at?
It'd be near the top.
Yeah, the fucking mutilated perks. Yeah, so it's at the top. Doctor. That's pretty good, but I already have the fucking lay on hands.
True.
It's like it'd be good when I'm out of lay on hands, but like I don't know how. It's kind of like a dead thing unless it's.
Yeah, makes sense.
Are you cool with this? I can make any adjustments if it's written.
I would bump the range up to 60 feet, I think.
Alright.
Buff. Brawler grapple charge. Charge should be fun. Stance combat. I don't want to think. Okay, so just anything that says master is going to be a level 6 thing.
Yep.
Master / mastery. Okay, gotcha. Cleave wouldn't work with just 5 feet. That would still just be a 5 feet thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I might take.
Let me look at the text just to make sure I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it'd be
I'm talking
within.
about Cleave and Whirlwind, because if I can whirlwind 10 feet, that sounds awesome.
Definitely not whirlwinding 10 feet.
Yeah, it'd be fun though. Nah, I think I might just take the heavy armor focus and then at level 6 take the heavy weapon mastery.
Makes sense.
And because of perk point stuff, would we, since we're all 3, would we technically have 2 perk points?
If you are variant human, yeah.
Yeah, which I think I am 2 variant. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to look at perks. Shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's not called Brace, it's called Heavy Weapon Focus. Or Heavy Armor Focus.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to build a Juggernaut again.
Oh god. So we attack. We. Oh god. Okay, so if I cast a spell while adjacent to an enemy, they get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, unless it's a quick spell.
Gotcha.
Which one's a quick spell?
It's a special
The only one
category
right now
for
is burning
spells that are basically
Burning
like
hands.
melee spells.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
like
cool.
Burning Hands.
It definitely makes Burning Hands more valuable, which I do like.
Yeah, we did a quick testing, and like it did become quickly apparent that if you can't move to fucking cast Burning Hands, you can probably never cast Burning Hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or well, if dudes smack you for casting Burning Hands, that's like the real. Like, you would never cast it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
sucks
stinky.
too.
Yeah.
I'll explain the rule for any watchers now or in the future, assuming the fucked up internet doesn't fuck up the VOD. If you cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action that has somatic components, You provoke an attack of opportunity from creatures around you as you effectively drop your guard and waggle your hands. If you take damage while casting the spell, you must make a concentration save, or else have the spell fizzle and lose its casting. The DC is 10 or half the damage of the triggering attack, whichever is higher. Spells with a quick property do not provoke an attack of opportunity in this way. So the idea is if you cast like a slow spell, be greatly punished unless you're like in the back.
Could bump a stat, or no, I can't bump a stat up one. I have to have 2 perk points to bump a stat up by 1, don't I? No. It's only 1. Yeah, okay. What's a good stat to bump up by? What do you think's more valuable? Fucking Constitution or Charisma?
Depends on how often you plan on being in melee tanking, or how often you plan on casting spells that have
considering
saves.
that our party is a wizard and me, I think that I'm going to be in melee tanking a lot.
Yeah. Then con would probably make more sense since it synergizes with the heavy armor focus. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Man, should I just take unarmored defense and just have 14 AC all the time?
Yeah, you could.
Good.
I can still use the shield. Not that I can use a shield.
So that bumps you up to 31 HP. So that's fun.
Yeah, it's a good one. Or well, it's a decent one, I would say. The main like use case I was thinking about is like a fighter or something who doesn't want to be like totally fucked when they get attacked at night. You know? Might pick it up. But also, for a wizard, it's not necessarily too bad if you wanted to save the cash on mage armor.
Brigantine armor heavier than fucking Splint?
It would be the same thing, but reskinned.
Okay, gotcha. Just different, yeah. Gotcha.
I mean, it's not even just cash. Mage armor is like...
It's 15 or higher AC. But it goes away after you take damage. Enough damage.
Yeah.
But it lasts forever until you take enough damage.
I imagine we're only doing PHP backgrounds too.
Yep. Or well, I mean, for backgrounds, I pretty much just use the 2 languages.
Yeah, I normally ignore them, but like...
Yeah.
I don't know. They usually have a fun little perk with them, and sometimes that's fun.
I kind of feel like I prefer if it was just the two skills, 2 languages.
A-okay with me.
So like I remember there's like Wanderer, which is like you completely ignore food, which I think be a little bit
common. He knows common, and then he would know probably whatever Easter.
East speak. Est speak.
Is just East speak?
It's Est speak, yeah. They just call it English.
Well, yeah. Common, you mean? Come on.
It's other common. It's common where we're from.
Yeah. But so the 2 languages is including common, right? Or is it?
What are you talking about?
You said the 2 languages and then just 2 proficiencies for the background stuff.
Yeah, you get common by just
common, or
you get common just by being born. I'm talking about the background languages.
Yeah. Just making sure.
Dude.
Who would he have interacted with more, being like at Port Silver and Crownhold mostly? Would it be Caprines or like elves?
In Port Silver, it's 100% like Caprini who are there. Like, elves would be like a small minority. For Crownhold itself, Crownhold is metropolitan. It is diverse, so there's like groups of all the people from all the enclaves. So there are Caprini, and there are also Woadkin, right, and Halfkin, etc., etc.
Sort of.
I feel like Woad would probably be more like of a valuable pickup because the Caprini probably speak common too.
Yeah, true.
Right? Yeah.
So feel free to be vague, but what sort of enemies are we going to be going up against?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what do you mean by the whole like demons don't die thing? Is it just like that they get killed and they come back eventually, or is it like
So, yeah, I'll explain both things. So, for what enemies you're going to be fighting, I imagine it's going to be a lot of plants, a lot of monstrosities, a lot of constructs if you're going for the wizard tower. There will be some monstrous humanoids. I'm thinking the goblins and also the demons. And then obviously there will be undead if you go into a crypt. And there are dungeons which are filled with aberrations as well.
ooh, love a good aberration.
Yep. They're the scary dungeons where people do not care if you're a Death's Dooring.
What are the
what's
the last
So the demons, when you kill them, they puff into black smoke and a red crystal falls from their body.
okay.
And they'll come back. Like
Even if you destroy the red crystal?
Yeah, the red crystal is the tether that keeps them in this dimension. That are basically conjuring themselves in. So, yeah, they would, if you hit them in the head, it's like that fucking, that meme where the dude, like, puts the gun to his head and then suddenly, like, switches to heaven? Because he, like, accidentally shot himself. That's the experience the demons get. Like, they see your sword going for their head and then they're back in their home dimension. They're like, "Aw." And if they're a loser, there's a high chance that they won't be able to get back out in time, in your lifetime maybe, or in your area. If they're a named NPC, like a lieutenant or something, there's a high chance that they could recur. So you were asking another question?
I lost my train of thought, so I kind of forgot it, but I also think it was kind of a stupid question. But give me a second to fucking hold on to it, and then maybe we'll come back.
Okay. I will say, the demons in this campaign are not fiends, necessarily. They are like the Githyanki. It'd be more accurate.
They're just like outer worlders, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. There are evil gods, and their servants would be fiends.
Okay. But so these are these like super chaotic like demons? Like they're not. That's like their thing is that their alignment is more chaotic. Is that still like a thing?
Outer beings, these guys are like another dimension beings.
Okay.
That's like the main thing. So some of them will be monstrosities, some of them will be humanoids, some of them will be undead, technically.
That's cool. Let's take a gander at the paladin spell list. This is gonna be so annoying to get it without the all the extra bullshit.
Yeah. I'm sure like a good chunk of them are just in Roll20. Get poured over.
Yeah, well, I don't miss anything.
Do paladins have spells known, or is it like a cleric?
It's like a cleric.
Okay.
Did we already name my dude?
No. You have no dudes named.
Okay.
Heroism's good. Heroism is affected by the rework, though.
Is it?
Let us
Being
call.
immune to frightened. It's instead of being immune to frightened, you grant advantage.
Yeah. True.
We shall call my my master wizard Elmer,
Elmer.
like the glue.
Like the glue or the guy. Yeah, I'm hunting wabbits.
Yeah.
Indeed, like the FUD.
Yeah. I had in my other campaign in the Count's Alliance, mages had like this title when they're like court mages is like Ritter, which I thought was cool. I don't think Elmer would be Ritter Elmer though. I think he'd just be Elmer.
Why's my character sheet not loading? Roll 20. Can you fucking be normal for a second, please?
Now you are the one who is lagging.
Well, it's like, it's just white, but then if I pop it out, it makes sense. But then I can't, like, drag and drop shit from the compendium if it's tabbed out.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna relaunch Roll 20, maybe that'll fix it.
Yeah. So his name is Elmer. You said your father, Arias, or Nair.
Arias. Old habits die hard.
Yeah. Well, his name in the Discord is Arias.
Oh, yeah?
Should change it to be your character's name. To be Aldrich. So what's your papa's name?
Papa? Papa doesn't even need a name, but we can name him. Let's do... Percival.
God damn it.
Percival. Do you never plan on ever going home?
Not... I mean, I didn't.
Okay.
I figure we're going to be pretty much just always in the Badlands.
Possibly. One thing you could do during the campaign, when you build like a building, you're gonna need like skilled workers, and if you get a named NPC, you'll get like a bonus to it, right?
Oh, okay.
So theoretically speaking, you could go back home and maybe try to recruit like a cousin or something, or like someone you knew, right? And that could be a whole adventure or whatever. Just, if we needed a change of pace, right? Plus, I think it's cool. It was like a thing in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like, you got generic NPC, but then you could do a quest to solve someone's problem and then get them in your colony. And I thought that was badass, It's like, yeah, I remember them. I did that quest for them.
No, shit. Okay, I found a thing online that's just the core paladin spell list. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. Cure Wounds has got to be in the compendium, right? Cure Wounds, yay.
Yeah, something like that.
I get to detect magic, I do. I get to detect evil and good. What a detection going on here.
Yeah.
And I get to detect poison and disease. Holy fuck.
True. It's a good list. What's Hadrian's relation to his family?
I would say that, like, maybe his father was like a sailor or something like that, and he lived a pretty, like, lower middle class life in Port Silver.
How would Hadrian feel about the Estermen, who would most certainly have been bigger than him as a child?
Well, I mean, duh. I don't know. I mean, you said that there's, like, civilized Estermen in Port Silver, right? I don't know. Maybe, like, one of his childhood friends was an Esterman, but then, because there are other ones that do, like, raid and shit like that, right?
Yeah. basically the only reason the Estermen are cool with Beacon is because the old king was such a Giga Chad that they were like, oh shit, these guys are badass. Look at their king. And so, like, amicable relations are established. The Estermen still, like,
feel
raid
like he
other
probably
countries, though.
I
They
feel
don't.
like if anything, he'd probably have a more favorable view of Esterman than like most other people, like living around him his whole life.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I think that makes sense at least.
likes the Estermen. I mean, your character does have
He's
a lot
definitely
of
not
strength.
racist against Esterman. Yeah, he's also 16 strength, Chad. So you know.
Yeah, so he could have been in the group of Esterman bullies. He's like the short one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he probably treated you a lot better than they would like a Caprini child. So it's like, this guy's a sheep and a
He's
loser.
a little fucking baby.
Yeah.
I love that I get Searing Smite. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, maybe it'll be good against plant people. I don't know.
It probably will be, yeah. Except for the swamp ones. You know. What are they called? The
'Cause they
shambling
wet.
mounts.
Oh yeah, dude, Shaman are scary.
They are. Just walk in one day and then boom.
Yeah, you're underground. Here, just verbal. Target is doesn't matter. It's fucking Searing Smite. You Shield of Faith. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good spell.
God damn it! Why did I do that? Doit.
What are you working on, Nair?
I was writing up a little backstory thing.
Okay.
I spark noted my backstory. You can tell me if it's
What
enough or
else?
if I should add more.
Yeah, what is there to do on the docket for today?
Well, we could do a little bit of RP in Fort Huntsman. Basically, like the starting stuff, but otherwise not too much.
Okay. So I can, right? So I can indeed prepare 6 spells, right?
Yes,
number
4
of slots
first
I
level,
have.
2 second level.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Mage Armor is gonna be so gay. Oh my god. Or am I gonna track Mage Armor HP? Why did you do this?
10 HP.
Yeah, but I'm a fucking Abjuration Wizard.
Wow.
I just have it as a class resource, bro.
Well, does Mage Armor count as not temp HP?
Yeah, the damage goes through to you. It just, you also track the amount of
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, it's just that you have, yeah,
Okay, so it is like different. God, there's too
it
many
has an
slides.
HP pool to track.
Yeah, it's mage armor, except you cast it once, like 5 months ago. It's still on you, but then you get hit too many times and it goes away.
Fair enough.
So it's like spell slot efficient, but more prone to failure.
Why did fucking paladins even have the goddamn smite spells?
They suck.
Like,
I
they've
don't
already
know.
got the smite.
I liked what they were doing with 1D&D, how they like had smiting be a bonus action, then rework the smite spells to be better.
Yeah.
And rituals just aren't a thing, right?
Correct. They're no longer a thing.
In the perk document, there's a ritual caster perk.
That perk doesn't exist.
Womp womp. Concentration. Bless do.
I imagine, by the way, one casting a bless could affect a number of scraps of leather equal to the amount of creatures it could target for the purposes of the mage armor.
Oh, so the bless spell also counts as like making holy stuff.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, you could bless 3 scraps of cured leather for the spell.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think bless is like a fucking perma prep.
No. It's a good spell. Now, granted,
Detect evil and good.
it's a
probably
much less
pretty
good
fucking
in this campaign than in normal, but it's still good.
Yeah, true. Your prayer empowers you with divine radiance. Man, it's almost good. Heroism's probably the best thing.
I always find that like pretty much all of the first level paladin spells are fucking useless.
They're decent. I mean, a lot of them are not that great. Like Thunder Smite, Wrathful Smite, but Shield of Faith is good.
Yeah. I mean, the detection spells are good too.
Yeah, detection spells are good. Right now, the 3 things that I've prepped are Bless, Detection.
I'm just saying, this is all on paper. Let's see if you ever use them.
Oh, that too. Look, that's also fine. It's called Smite.
Exactly. You're gonna smite, and you're gonna heal, and you're gonna forget you even have spells.
Yeah, but look, I might as well prep them because what if they come in handy?
Yeah, I think that makes the spells even better.
1 second.
It's like
Possibly.
you could use this effect, or you could smite with it. Yeah, protection from evil and good is like one of the best spells in the game. For level 1. Gives hostile creatures of certain types like disadvantage to hit you at all. Yeah, you're full of shit, Nair. Command is pretty decent. Bless is god tier. It's better than haste. Cure Wounds is kind of mediocre, but it's been buffed in the balance patch. Detect Evil and Good is pretty good. Detect Magic, like, is a necessary take a lot of the times. Detect
What's
Poison.
light crossbow range? It's 8320, right?
No, that's... Wait, light crossbow or hand crossbow? Light crossbow is 8320.
Light crossbows, yeah, 8320.
Yeah, pretty much most of the paladin spells are good. The first level ones. Second level ones also seem pretty good. Third level ones could use some work, but Revivify, Remove Curse, Dispel Magic are good. Is there any other NPCs? Like, what was Aldrich like personality-wise before the adventure, I guess?
I think I want to play somebody that is... I don't know. Geez, Tor, making me think.
Yeah.
I want to do, as I said, like a classical thirst for knowledge wizard, right?
Yeah.
Just fucking absolutely bricked up for the old lost knowledge. But I don't want to be like fucking snooey know-it-all energy. I'd rather just be respectful.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, what his relationship would be with other wizards in town, like, of his age group. Or, you know, what he does for fun, right? I think that informs, like, what other random NPCs could be knocking around. But if you don't have answers now, that's fine.
Well, I think that. I might get back to you, but I think that like a couple things this individual might do for fun are like just listen, like tend to a tavern and listen to fucking stories and whatnot.
Cool.
Passers through.
I'll write that down.
I think most of the time this character would be like this character's idea of fun is probably like finding a fucking good tome in a library.
Like reading fiction or non-fiction?
I think he'd be most like we're gonna stay on brand a little bit. It's gonna be historical non-fiction. I mean fiction.
Sorry, what was the last two words? Historical non-fiction, what?
You know, like the history of the Badlands and such.
Yeah.
Things in that sort of realm.
Or like Legends of Gilgamesh or whatever, shit like that.
Yeah, there's many. There's like all of these fucking wizards, right? Apprentices of the great wizards that left and became great wizards. Those dudes.
Yeah. How does Alton's Altaton?
Mystified.
Okay. Fuck, how long is Veth gonna be burped? See here?
Don't know. I think this would be like these would be like fucking religious figures to him. You know what I mean?
Okay. Welcome back. Well, he probably can't hear me.
Gamers, we're back. We're back.
We're back.
Wait, was that the classic take the dog out?
Yeah.
It was the classic. I desperately needed to make a snack because once I got up and peed, I was like, "Holy fuck, I'm hungry."
Makes sense.
How's the dog doing?
He's good. He's sitting right here now. He wants popcorn.
Probably not healthy for a dog.
Dogs can take a lot. Actually, popcorn's like not terrible for dogs.
Dude, the amount of people that feed whipped cream to their dogs ever since I started working at Starbucks, it makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Because, like, some
Yeah, the
people
pup
do it
cups.
all the fucking time.
Yeah,
I
like, way too
understand,
much.
like,
Yeah,
once in a
every once in a
while, you
while.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it gives them tummy aches. It's dairy.
Yeah, but the dogs love it.
Yeah, dogs are kind of stupid.
Think about humans. Humans eat spicy food and it gives them tummy aches.
I don't get dude, I'm a man. I don't get tummy aches.
Get
There's a
diarrhea.
certain kind of spicy food that'll give me that'll fuck me up. I don't learn what it is. I need to learn like specifically what that thing is and stay away from it.
I get what you mean. I used to be able to eat fucking patios, but now it gives me the shits. It's so fucked up. Really like the flavor of it. Is there anything else we
Here's the thing,
need?
Spicy doesn't bother me on the way in, but on the way out.
Yeah.
After you.
Well, that's the story.
Dude,
The tale's old
I'm
as time.
I've literally got the iron gut. Spicy doesn't. I can eat anything.
For me, it's almost everything. It's this one sauce that gets me. Everything else, it's like, it's mildly burny on the way out, but otherwise is normal. Is there anything else we need to do for characters? There's like some names, maybe. I don't know. How fleshed out do you guys feel?
I feel very fleshed out. I mean, the thing is that I like my name characters. exist far away in a place I just got shipped off from. So it's like I don't think that they're gonna be important for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna mule over the character concept and just kind of further flesh it out, make it make sense.
Yep. Do you mean right now or in between now and session 1?
No, yeah, in between now and session 1, we'll get super nitty gritty with it.
All right. I guess the final question would be, would your characters travel together to Fort Huntsman, or would you travel apart?
I think together.
Okay. Did you guys want to go through a little bit of RP or whatever?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So you guys would have probably... Huh?
I was just gonna say, keep in mind my character is kind of disfigured.
Yeah.
So I've got like a hood up and like a long cloak. At least covering like one side of my body.
Makes sense. So you guys probably would have started in either Crowned Hold or Mage's Rest. Like your journey to Fort Huntsman. Which do you guys think?
Crown.
I can see that they're making sense.
Wait, from Crown Holder where?
Or Mage's Rest.
Which one's Mage's Rest on the thing again?
2.
2.
Yeah.
No.
So it's basically, did Aldrich go to Crownhold to join
I think
Adrian on his quest, or vice
news
versa?
dropped. Yeah, I think when the news dropped, fucking Aldrich would have booked it to Crownhold, looking to fucking get in on it.
Yeah, Crown does make sense. That's where they'd probably be like holding him in contempt.
That makes sense. So you guys would have left off or went off out of Crownhold, then went through the pass, which definitely has a name, but it's not on this map. And then traveled basically through like miles and miles of like rancher land until you reached Reach, which is this like large town in the middle of nowhere owned by the like 3 great ranching families, right? So
what do they ranch? Is it just like cows?
Cows, horses, just like livestock, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably here that you would have bought. It's here or in Crownhold where you would have bought your stuff, right? Because it would be cheaper to buy stuff, you know, in the towns rather than at Fort Huntsman, where there will be a steep markup. So you probably should do equipment right now. You don't have starting equipment because there's only 2 of you, unless either of you wants to get like a 3rd person at some point. I feel like 750 gold per person should be enough.
Whoa.
Well, I've already spent 210 of that.
Yeah, so what would you guys buy, bearing in mind that as part of the flyer, like this is your personal cash that you've accumulated either from your family or during your tenure as a paladin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And part of the flyer is basically like you're going to have to invest your own money, but that's why you're getting like soul taxing rights, right?
Yeah. Well, I imagine my character was not allowed to keep his shit from being a paladin for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the equipment of being a paladin, but I'm saying your money that
Yeah.
you would have gotten.
Mhm.
So, what would you guys spend? You know you're going to be
Well, obviously,
running a
brigantine
colony.
armor and a halberd for sure.
Yep.
We'll need men.
Yeah.
I think the men comes
The
in
initial, yeah, the initial men will be provided for by the crown, but then afterwards, you're either gonna like requisition men from the crown or else attract people. But you're not buying men to start off with.
Well,
But so
we'll
there's
have
no
to
buildings
bring-
or anything there. Are
Yeah,
we
we'll
gonna
have to
provide
bring
that stuff, or do we need to
materials.
buy like building supplies and take them out there?
You'll have to like buy building supplies at some point.
Yeah, so the money's gonna have to go.
Yeah,
A
I'll do
lot of
that.
it's gonna have to go towards supplies and a workforce to build stuff. Unless we're provided that.
I believe the workers come with.
Yeah, you're gonna have like
I mean, we're probably gonna have to work too, but you know.
you're gonna have like 10 people to start with, I think. 10 or 11. Just by default.
They're just peasants.
They're, yeah, low skill labor that the crown is like assigned over.
What about a ranger?
Yeah.
A ranger to help guide us would be excellent.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there was like a ranger somewhere along the way that we could have been like, "Oh, you seen the flyers? Well, we're going.
Yeah.
You want to come with?"
So what would be the pitch? Like you're gonna be paying them monthly, but there's
We're looking
no.
for the Badlands to establish a colony. We'd like
Yeah.
for you to come with. We'll be paying you monthly.
Yeah, we're paying you monthly as long as you know, as well as like everything else in this fucking thing.
Yeah. I don't see.
Expect a position as head ranger when the colony is established if you choose to stay with us.
Okay, so you're talking about
We're
like,
gonna need, like an on deck ranger like all the time. Yeah.
yeah, you're talking about like temporarily hiring him at first, and then if he proves himself or herself, it's like a guaranteed like position of status and power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. How much are you offering this ranger per month?
I mean, the rates always get me fucked up, so I can't remember like what's a good rate and what's not.
Yeah,
Well, like 5 gold.
per month.
10 gold a month, I think, is what we were paying like some of the dudes in the last campaign.
Yeah, that's why you're paying the like shitter dudes who are unskilled. Let's see. I'm looking through charts as we speak. You probably would know like what is a non-offensive amount.
Yeah.
Could someone roll like persuasion as well for me to like factor in that?
Paladin.
Sure. Not that good.
Oh,
Not that good, yeah. Okay. And how skilled are you looking for?
I mean, like at least a level 2 ranger, I think.
Okay.
yeah, minimum level 2.
We don't want somebody who's completely green, but you know.
Level 3 would
Yeah.
probably be optimal, naturally. But
Yeah, but they sound expensive.
yeah.
You've got 9 for persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the ranger level 2, their offer would be, let me see. a flat 100 gold a month.
Well, I'm afraid that simply won't do. We can just trek back to Mage Crest. A ranger there was willing to take 20 a month.
Meanwhile,
We'll offer the job to him. Thank you for your time. What does he say?
He would say, Ranger working for that price is most assuredly half rate and will get you lost in unknown territory.
well, where we're going is all unknown territory.
Yes, that is correct. I could
Well, I
maybe
understand
work
your
for 80 gold a month.
This is insulting, right? Like, just checking with you. That's like a crazy amount of money.
80 gold a month is approximately 3 gold per day, which is not crazy. Skilled hirelings in the PHP are like 2 gold a day. Right.
I mean, especially when I have this guy on for a little bit just to get there. You know. So it's 80 gold a month, and we're giving him shit from like being some of the high up guys at the settlement.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And theoretically like food as well. But he will bring his own equipment.
Yeah, I'm gonna be feeding you.
Give me another persuasion check.
Am I doing it?
Well, either one can do it.
Well, I've got 2 less points.
It's like,
That's not going very good.
I'll be facing unknown dangers in these lands. They used to be filled with horrible things. 80 gold.
Is it like, so what would you say, Torb? Is this like a buyer's market here? How many rangers are out there? Does it have to be him?
It could be or more successful ones. But you are on the way to the Badlands, so it would take time to find a cheaper one.
I feel like it's worth it to at least hire him for like a little while until we get there. Because this is like under the thing of being like a temporary thing, right?
Yeah, that's why you're pitching it.
Yeah.
Vague promises of future power if you stay on, but otherwise temp.
Yep. I think it's pretty worth to have a ranger just to get there. We could look for a level 1 ranger.
Yeah, level them up over time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck it. Let's look for a level 1 ranger. Let's go find somebody who's a little bit more green.
Okay. And this is just on your way to Fort Huntsman. Give me an investigation check. Because you don't want to be late to your, like, appointment, right? Okay.
He investigated the shit out of that.
You find a different ranger, a huntsman, who is male. They are younger. Definitely more inexperienced. What do you say to this ranger?
Excuse me, sir. Might we interest you in a job?
You see, we're responding to the Queen's call to settle the Badlands.
No, the person turns, looks at you. Yeah. I am indeed looking for work. Or,
Well, we intend to.
what game do you want to hunt? You're going to the Badlands.
We simply require a ranger to help guide us and avoid unnecessary troubles.
The person, probably no older than 18, nods and does say, well, the Badlands have had miasma, so I can't guarantee anything, but I am skilled. I go out with my paw and hunt in the woods. It's something I'm familiar with.
Excellent.
Is this guy gonna have like gimped perception or what?
He's going to be a level 1 NPC. What do you mean?
Let's see. He will be gimped.
Well, it'll be better than the average bear. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are prepared to offer you a rate of 50 gold a month.
Yeah, I'll take it.
This could be a temporary position, or you could stay on board if you decide to.
He nods enthusiastically. Sounds good to me.
We will require you to pave the way.
Once we're past the fort, of course.
I'll happily lead you. Be my honor. What do I call you?
Aldrich.
And I'm Hadrian.
All right, Master Aldrich, Master Adrian.
Good to have you aboard.
All right. What you guys
Must be
want to
going, 'cause we're
name this
leaving
guy? I'll get my things. Okay, the auto name sucks too much. It can't be the auto name.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Ephraim.
Jabeful.
Wait, I want that. Can we keep that?
No, no
Jabeful?
Jabeful. Jabeful's terrible.
Dude, Jabeful's so
Jabeful.
good. Please. I vote for Jabeful.
All right. Yeah, I'm fine with Jabeful.
You can keep it, I don't care.
I'm pretty sure.
Jabeful.
I got upon hearing it. Find a token for him. I have 10 million tokens. I know I've got like 10 ranger at this point. Generic ranger token.
Fuck.
Oh god, there's so many tokens to go through. So many things I've drawn over the years.
Too many things you've drawn over the years.
You can never draw too many things.
True.
It'd be crazy if an artist drew a token for a Nair character.
Yeah. Just have to be charismatic enough that people would want to.
Shit.
I mean, I've got one where it's a dude with 2 axes. I feel like that's
I think in the
extremely
past,
badass,
just fucking
though.
being annoying enough has succeeded for me.
Mhm.
True. May indeed succeed at some point. As well. Alright, should I go for like a bandity token with a sword? Or like a formerly halfling token that doesn't show any ears anyways?
Probably have a halfling if he's a kid.
Okay.
I could. Do you know, dude? Crossbow dude. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, that's too halflingy.
Mhm.
Here, this should be good enough. Should be equal. That's fucking hilarious.
Jabeful. Wait, holy shit! I get fine steed.
Yep.
Can make it be a camel.
A camel. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's what it says. A war horse, a pony, a camel, an elk, or a mastiff. The mastiff's kind of crazy. That's a giant ass dog, dude.
Yeah, well, it might just be a normal size mastiff if you're like a halfling.
Oh, and it's like for tiny, for tiny
Yeah.
riders. That makes sense, I
For
guess.
loser riders.
Mhm.
I mean, since there are no halflings, it could be like a large size mastiff.
Yeah, I like elk. Elk is the badass one.
It's very naturey.
Yeah.
Dude, elk are fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so the eventually
Yeah, you also want
pass.
to buy supplies.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Oh yes, supplies. That was the real.
That was the big thing. Yeah.
That was the thing I thought you guys were actually gonna be buying. So
Well, we need like lumber and shit to like make, dwellings.
okay, I'll just be straightforward. Buying settlement supplies, I think, should be, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like the wood, for example, you can establish a woodcutter's camp and just get that locally. And there's like a huh?
Sorry, do we currently possess like fucking 20 tents?
No.
We're gonna
Well,
need to.
no, we need some tents. Well, we gotta get there too, so Yeah.
How would you carry
We
20
need,
whole?
like, 2 tents.
Yeah, you can find
Not
2
20.
tents.
We just need like a couple tents. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's two per or sorry, one per 2 people.
Yeah. So the real question is, does Jabiful have his own tent? She probably does.
He's a ranger. He better.
Yeah.
Whole arrangement.
It's whole Jabiful arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna buy some tents.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we just need like.
We are using variant encumbrance.
All I have, I believe so.
Yeah, you probably. Pretty sure in Roll20 you could probably just drag and drop from the compendium, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I got like a 3-pound spell book over here. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
I'm also a wizard. I don't have arms.
You got 10 strength. That's pretty good for a wizard.
Includes bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 rations, a water skin, and 50 feet of hempen rope. That's pretty good. Oh my god, my character sheet's broken again. No, wait, no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna subtract 50 gold from myself to have a potion healing.
Yeah. Sure thing.
I don't need that shit. Got anime and god on my side.
I think it'll just be important to have one, just in general, in case anyone gets hurt.
Yeah, just in case he's potion. There should be there's this whole like herbalism doc that I was gonna get around to making. And is like half made right now, which would have a lot more potion options. But it's not currently complete.
Do I have to fucking... Do I need to have a stock of components?
No. I'm not doing like as much as I would like to do the 2E, like every spell cost components, we're not doing that this campaign. It's be too much of a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Maybe once the balance patch is like fully complete. But it feels like a lot of energy going through every spell and then going through the 2E tables and finding all the like equivalent reagents and their costs. So the Book of Magic did have like a cost for every single reagent, but I don't know how much is the same. Right.
How much does a tent weigh and cost?
A tent weighs 20 pounds and costs 2 gold.
What? Well, I still got 528 gold.
Yeah. How much string are we talking?
I don't know because I haven't found it in the equipment yet. Is it even like a listed fucking piece of equipment?
It should be.
Oh,
You get a
not
pole.
seeing it.
There you go, I got a pole.
Goes from fucking sack to spyglass, and I don't see string in there.
What? Where was I getting strings?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like it's such a light item and such a common thing that you can sort of make out of a lot of different shit. I feel like string is very much so a hand wavy item. You can sort of just fucking pull a thread out of your shirt and call it string.
Are we just walking there, or do we have like a caravan and some shit?
Unless you buy like a caravan, you are walking there.
Well, I can't carry very much then.
Oh, I suppose I'll need a bedroll.
Wait, the burglar's pack has 10 feet of string.
How much does it weigh?
It doesn't say.
I won't say. It'll just
Yeah, it's too
give it away
fucking
for the whole
light.
fucking thing. It's probably like fucking nothing, like 0.1 pounds or something. You know, inconsequential.
Yeah, that's what I
Look,
figured.
I'm just gonna say 10 feet of string costs 1 copper.
Fine. Make me fucking break my gold.
Well, in theory, you don't have to break the gold.
Nope, now I have 9 silver and 9 copper.
You could have.
I could just have 694.99.
No. I'm gonna say per 100 feet of string is 1 pound. So I think that is fine.
Buying a bullseye lantern.
Fuck you.
Dude, fuck you.
Whoop.
If I the thing, because it fucking pinged.
It pinged.
How could you?
Basically.
Yeah, it's highly rude.
That means I must also buy oil. Oil's nice to have. I'll have like a few things of oil.
Yeah. So what all have you bought?
A tent, a bedroll, a bullseye lantern and oil, string and bells, potion of healing, and that's it. I gave myself, I don't know if I need to pay for my 2 daggers and my light crossbow. I think I do actually. I only get one or the other, right?
Yeah, you definitely need to pay for those things. There's no starting equipment.
Oh, I see, okay.
Except, I guess, like your spellbook, since
Yeah,
that's like a
I'm
class
encumbered.
feature. You're encumbered.
Uh-huh.
It's only lightly encumbered, though, right?
Shit.
It says encumbered.
It might just be encumbered, then heavy encumbered. Yeah, it's variant encumbrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's minus 10 feet movement for you, Satch.
Okay.
Can't carry much.
Dude, signal whistle doesn't weigh anything, and it's 5 copper pieces. Okay.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
You could fill your backpack with them. They'd weigh nothing.
Oh. My God.
What's up?
Just inventory is always so fun.
Yeah. Look, aren't you glad we're doing it session 0, not session 1?
I now have a tent and a water skin and rations. And I believe I'm getting very close to the point at which I can't carry anything else.
Yeah, well, I'm already going slow, so.
Yeah, look, I like buying
God.
stuff in-game.
It's the curse of heavy armor. You just get fucked.
Yeah, it's dumb. I don't wear armor.
You should have bought
Could
a
be a wizard.
Patsy.
Oh, yeah. Can we still buy dudes?
Well, you should just buy a fucking mule, dude.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
just get a
Or, like,
mule?
cart? Do we not have a cart? Are we doing this all on foot?
I know.
Yeah.
You could buy a cart.
Yeah,
That'd
let's-
probably be good.
Yeah, we need to buy a cart.
Yeah. Bear in mind, off-roading cart in untracked wilderness will be very hard.
Let's just get mules.
Oh.
Let's just get some mules and some packs
Yeah.
to throw on them.
Yeah, for real. We'll do that.
Yeah. Are you going to bring the
That'd be a
mules
lot
into the
of pack.
dungeon?
But are we going to bring the fucking 10 workers into the dungeon? No.
True. Fair.
You know? No,
Yeah.
the mules are... Yeah, the mules are... It's just good to have working animals.
To get them out there. And then maybe later on we could bring some pack animals and stuff. To and fro, but
Okay.
we're just thinking about to get into the settlement right now.
Yeah. I mean, mules have a cost in the PHB.
If it's a girly girl mule, it can also provide milk, you know?
But horse milk fucking sucks.
Who'd be the one milking it?
Shitter. Or the ranger. He probably knows best.
Okay.
Probably is Poppy's mule to begin with.
Looks like a donkey or mule costs 8 gold. Has
8
speed
GP, yeah.
of 40
All right,
feet.
let's do it.
I can carry 420 pounds though.
Holy fuckamole.
Wow.
Here's like 50 rations. Just hand it to 'em.
I don't know if that applies in variant encumbrance. It might be a normal encumbrance. Even the mules must suffer the variant encumbrance. Okay.
It might be right. The mule is considered a large animal for the purpose of determining its carrying capacity.
Yeah. Well. Where are the encumbrance rules?
Wow.
Can we pay for Jabiful to have a hunting trap so we can get us food regularly?
Jabiful will be able to hunt, but in order to provide food for the settlement, you'll need a hunter's lodge.
Ah, I see. Well, okay, the small amount of people we do have, would it not be a viable strategy to just buy like 4 traps?
For the 4 people we do have. Who's the number 4?
Not for the 4 people we do have, just for the people we do have.
Oh, for the
Just
people
buy
we
a
do have.
number of traps.
All the supply stuff is going to be handled with a building. So there's like a forager's lounge, a hut, a hunter's hut, fishing
Yeah.
hut.
Gotcha.
So
Thank
I
you,
mean,
video
if
game.
Jabiful is going to be like permanently hunting, he'd be able to provide some amount of supply. I guess, like even without the hut, but it should probably flow through the systems or whatever.
So what do we need in order to start the colony?
Well, I'm
You know,
trying to
that's
figure
level
out the
1
mule's actual carrying capacity right now. So 5 times 14 times 2 would be the math. So boom. So the mule can carry 140 pounds, even though it's a large creature. Or if you wanted it to move at 30 speed, then it could hold up to 280.
Well, either way, throw the 10 on there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 140 pounds is not bad. For 8 gold animal.
More than I can carry.
Yep.
Yeah.
I care too. Get 2 mules. Fuck it.
You could do that.
You both want to get a mule? Mule it up? I know for sure I'm muling it up.
You need to buy mule
So we're
feed.
not taking. So
Imagine they graze. They're on courses.
Yeah, but it's
we're
going
not
to be
taking
like...
with us any materials or builder, right?
No, that will all be handled once you have the settlement.
Right. So, but how do we have a settlement if we haven't built anything?
Well, so canonically you're going to like receive the orders or whatever.
Ah. Okay.
Right. So I was asking for you to basically buy like personal supplies, and then any leftover money could maybe be handled for settlement stuff in the future. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. I'm gonna buy another potion of healing.
Okay. So you've got 2 mules, and the mules are carrying things. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Does someone have a mule token?
No. I do not.
Here you go. Here's mule A. This will be mule B. So you guys will be able to
Put shit on.
control them and put the stuff on their sheets.
There's the tent. Money on them? Good lord.
Yeah, money sack and the mule.
That mule just went from being worth 8 gold to being worth.
A lot of fucking gold.
Priority number 1 to
Yeah,
defend.
I think I literally can't. With just my weapon and my armor, I'm encumbered.
Yeah. How
Are
that
you
can't
adept?
possibly be
No, I have
true.
16 fucking. Sorry, it's what it says.
Let me look. Let's see. So you have 16 strength. Oh no, it's counting the stuff that's not in your inventory. That's why. No, but it is. That's what's going on. What? Why is it doing that? Hold up, let me look in the gear. Okay, ignore non-equipped items. Wait, there we go.
A weird fucking thing.
Now you're not encumbered. Amazing.
Yay. take the potion healing back.
Look at that. Problem solved.
Yeah, thank God.
So you're not
Can I
encumbered.
have my money back? How heavy is the money? Money is heavy.
Look, it's gold pieces. It's very heavy. We're talking about, like,
It's true.
Yeah, it appears I can carry like an actual shit ton. Actually, it just fucking.
yeah, I can carry 50 pounds.
Yeah, my armor weighs over that much.